All right, so here we go. One of the fighters that a lot of people think could make a championship run in this division. And the term well-rounded obviously is overused in modern-day mixed martial arts, but I think it applies.
Yeah, absolutely, John. And we speak privately about these fighters, and when we talk about this kid, we talk about what is in the future. Because if you look at him short-term, I think you're not doing him justice. This guy possesses all the skills in order to be an elite-level mixed martial artist. Now, is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. But he seems to have the foundation, the framework to become a UFC champion. Let's see if he can continue on that path with a victory tonight.
And one thing he all but guaranteed was a finish, either by knockout or submission, so we'll see if he gets it. All right, so here's the Japanese flyweight contender Kai Asakura, for whom it was a rough UFC indoctrination. Ran into Alexandre Pantoja in the debut, but prevailing wisdom is his best days are still ahead of him here in the UFC.
I mean, there's so much more for him to accomplish. You know, a lot of times when a person comes from a different organization, they can get caught in the lights a little bit.
Yeah.
But for Asakura, it's a matter of just steering the ship right. This guy still believes that he can be a world champion. And when you look at his career, there's no reason to doubt that. But to start that way, to start that path, he has to get a victory tonight. He feels like he has the right opportunity or right opponent in front of him to get the job done.
All right, all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. Our tale of the tape for this flyweight fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Manel Starboy Kape. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Asakura.
Herb Dean always gets a big pop.
Ready.
Well, whether you're a boxer or a mixed martial artist, you want to compete at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, and dating to 2016, a lot of the UFC's best have gotten that opportunity.
Absolutely, J.A. And when you grow up as a fighter, especially a heavyweight, it is your dream to headline MSG and fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. I got that honor, and I can almost feel the ghost of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, all those great fights those guys had at MSG. I felt as if on that night that I retained my championship, I became part of that fraternity. The greatest heavyweight fighters to ever step foot in Madison Square Garden. It was an honor and a pleasure, and it felt amazing to join that fraternity.
Kape gets another strike through, masterfully done with the vision, as always, tracking every movement of his opponent. All right, early round 1 action here. The game plan, of course, was to come out aggressively, but the landing percentage leaves a lot to be desired.
He hasn't landed anything. He's gonna empty his gas tank trying to finish the fight, but it's not working.
Oh, perhaps an overreaction from the booth, but that body shot looked pretty nasty.
John, you can tell that those are starting to do some damage. Dude's gotta start tucking his elbow.
Well, you know, Kai Asakura is an absolute sniper, but measured here in this one, trying to get his reads.
Absolutely. Always moving on the feet, in and out, face, giving you that lead shoulder, left hand down low to try to hit you with the jab from an angle that you don't expect.
Now, Kape's eye appears to be closing up by the second. All right, late round 1, you gotta love to see it just continues to walk him down with that Philly shell.
I love that. Like Sean Strickland uses it very well. It gives you a great ability to defend and counter. And tonight he's shooting it beautifully. He should have dealt with that kick, man. You got to check him early to try to deter guys from throwing those over and over again.
Well, you can hear the corner calling for the feint. Nice feint to the right there by Asakura. 1 minute to go in round one. Oh, man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo, but he is blocking all these shots coming this way.
Man, get that out of here. He sees it coming. You're going to have to mix it up.
Shake that finger.
Shake that finger.
Oh, man, looks like he ate another body shot there. Can't absorb too many more of those.
I mean, you can tell that he's starting to feel it right in the midsection. You better start to tuck those elbows, or he's going to really struggle with that down stretch.
Round two, coming up. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent, but this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
Ready to fight? You ready?
Round two here. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times when he...
Man, I'm not sure how he stayed upright. All of that head kick got through.
He's hurt bad, John. My goodness. He set that up the right way. Landed the head kick. Now we got to see if he can get a finish.
Big right hand. Back to his feet.
Bro, he's in a zone, right? Sometimes you're just in a zone.
Oh! Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they want to get done, and it shows. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Man, that jab looks like it's in 1.25 speed.
It's so fast, it's so quick. The way he gets it to the target, it really is unbelievable.
That's a separate blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Grip the bonus checks now. Big right hand there. Man, he's still fighting back.
Oh my goodness.
With a huge win tonight.
Holy smokes. Man.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 31 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Asakura!
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need a ticket to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.